because it's white hating on white does not make it any less ignorant.
Yeah, exactly. But you see, there's that the racial, the group that fights racism, Racial Equality Association, whatever it's called, they don't recognize racism against culture.
Ah.
They recognize racism against color, religion.
Right.
You know.
But they're not against Welsh or the Irish.
My brother is a very politically active person, and he's trying to sort of address that.
So I haven't really been following this very closely, but are the Scottish close to getting their
Yeah, we played that a long time.
Well,
yeah. We'll play it some more.
It's
We get bored.
in a way because they have their own parliament, but
Right.
they still have members of parliament in the British parliament.
Have some more. Have some
I
more
understood there
tea.
was some votes.
Well, yeah, since we're talking about Parliament, drink more tea.
Have some more tea.
That,
Oh, have some tea.
Actually,
You ever watch
Citizens
the Parliament
some.
when they have it on TV?
Possibly.
I love it. I'd love to see George Bush standing up in front of.
Listen some more.
He comes up with that book and,
Now,
well, I...
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be smart to be in
Now, Wales
Parliament.
is
They go at it.
Yeah, man.
And the only
And then I like the
they
effect in the
can't,
background.
they can't-
Right.
They can't-
You know, they'd spit on each other probably if it wasn't against the law or
They
something.
can't
True.
control taxes.
Yeah.
But I've caught the live Parliament shows
Why don't you
once
guys
in a while,
raise
and I
an army?
Yeah,
really
I-
enjoy
Last
it.
time you guys
It's
raised
so-
army was King
so
Arthur the
interesting to
Round
see how
Table. You're
different-
too big.
Actually,
real
it was,
government, you know.
Llewellyn and Owen
I saw a
Clayton.
picture of Bush
Okay.
in the New York Times. He had his,
King Arthur was one of your
and he
guys.
was
Somebody
looking at the
traced him
camera
back
and his
to you?
arms are out were
Okay.
like
I mean,
this.
that was
He said,
pre-
"There's no recession.
Right.
People don't need help with their housing.
They
The
used
government
to
will
claim
now,
that.
George Bush. The government will not bail out."
Good.
And he was looking with a
Right.
smirk
Yeah,
on his
they'll
face, you
claim
know.
that.
Who said this?
It's like it
Our
was the English that
fearless
won the
leader.
war.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Right.
It was
Well,
on the New York
you
Times
know,
today. It was just
there was nothing to do
insulting
with
how
Americans on the
the
well.
expression and what he was saying.
Scots.
You know, that they would
Well,
not bail out
there, it wasn't the Americans.
people.
who-
Gas
who-
prices
It was the English.
are
who-
reaching
All of it.
320
It was a
and he
collective
said
No,
live now.
It was the
And
Russians.
I was taken
You don't
back
piss
by
off a whole
He
bunch
said,
of communists,
someone said, "What
really.
about? Have you
It
heard
was
about
the
gas
Russians
prices
who won
going to
the
$4 a
Russians,
gallon?" And
their
he
body
said,
count.
"That's the
way
first I've heard of
over
that
us.
on live TV," and I was
just
like,
kept on coming.
Oh yeah.
"Wow,
Oh,
that was
well,
insulting."
you guys don't
That was-
insult
Well,
me.
the,
How could you keep
the
on
whole
going
thing's
forward?
insulting. It's a
That's-
joke. It's a big joke to them.
Exactly.
It's a big joke. Read the New York. I mean, I've heard enough about the Times to where I mistrust that they don't aggressively say some things, and I think
Yeah.
you come down on the wrong.
I usually don't get in conversation tit for tat on it, but that one I saw, and that was like, that was bad. Bush saying that's the first he'd heard of $4 a gallon for gas yesterday
Yes.
in a live interview.
Which once again
So he
proves
paused. The reporter asked him, you know,
What happened?
the reporter one of the reporters
This is
asked him,
great.
"Have you heard about the gas prices going up to $4 a gallon in the summer?" And he paused.
Who paused? Was it Bush?
President Bush.
Oh, okay,
He
right.
paused and he just said, "Well, that's the first I've heard of that."
once again
Well, his,
proof
I'm
positive.
really getting my Depression
Our
era to
president
my
is
Depression era
either
too.
a liar or
You know,
stupid.
I
Yeah.
think the latter.
well, he's not well informed. Well,
Yeah.
how about both? How about a stupid
Okay.
liar?
both.
Why limit his possibilities?
Right. Chop off his head.
Any
No
conservatives out
peasants.
there, I'm sorry.
Instead of
I'm
having
sorry.
peasants, it'll be politicians and war profiteers.
Yes. I have to say this, all you conservatives watching, I'm sorry, it's the truth. You gave us the worst.
Sorry, Carl.
president
I'm sorry,
ever.
Carl.
Yeah.
Well,
We got to sing, and we're going to learn how to sing the blues again. That's going to be the biggest. I got the President Bush blues. Put that man on a freight train.
look at party favor. I saw that there.
I thought it was a tea bag, but then I looked again.
Not too bad.
Wait, hold on, it's just one of these. Oh, the sonic color.
We'll put that man on a freight
Extra
train.
large.
Put him on a freight train. We'll rock a line.
So,
Mighty good.
Saturday.
Rock on my line.
Yes. If you guys can stick around after your show,
Mighty
I'm going to
good.
be filming a video contest.
Yes.
Inside.
Rock on.
That's a big noise.
Will A, B, C, W,
for is that so your meal kits are actually all just one size fits all.
Rock on.
All you're paying for is packaging.
Right with
I was just saying, oh my God, rail.
right,
Extra large.
I've heard that station they've had to create custom India. They've had to create custom condoms because most of the condoms that are imported into India are too large.
Hey, got you.
Doesn't it just make you as an American just give you one more reason to go?
yeah. Willie,
No, I
BC, double XYZ, no.
I find that there's a great wrapping bar that looks like a gentle size.
Rock on the line is
I think it's more than enough ways to compensate for
Here's just an interesting statistic.
Rock
I
on the
read.
line.
The average
Yes,
penis
sir.
length is 5.5 inches.
conversation.
That was for Barack Obama.
Penis length is
That'll do
supposedly
it.
5.5 inches. You ask the average man what he thinks the average penis length is. Supposedly, the typical guy thinks the average penis length is 8.5 inches. A typical woman thinks the average penis length is about 3.5 inches.
Would you like to join us?
This discussion. Oh.
You came at a good point.
Here, let's get this.
We'll probably
So I
think,
missed the last thing.
You're gonna need a new table.
Hey, how you doing? All right, man.
Supposedly,
Hi there.
I
Come on
guess we're
in.
talking national averages for this country or something, but the statistics I heard is that the
What else we
average
have
penis
here?
length
Where's
is about
the
5.5 inches. Typical guy thinks the average penis length is about 8.5 inches. Typical woman thinks the average penis length is about 3.5 inches. So,
I got the blues. I got the blues.
Maybe that's hard versus
3.5
soft.
Oh, go on, name that one. Name it to the top of the list.
Pick up some dirty lyrics. Let's don't say we did. Let's have some tea.
Is this one, Steve?
it's getting there.
Not yet.
Go ahead. It's the most
Are you
likely at the
pouring?
moment.
Did you see his pad?
Well, is it ready? I don't think it's quite ready.
indeed.
It's the most, it's the,
It seems to
it's
be one of those sorts of days that the more caffeine I get in the bloodstream, the
guy here, she was
dirtier my
it's
mind.
getting there.
They gotta call him.
There's no room.
Yeah, well, there's always room in the tea party.
We gotta,
Give me-
we gotta,
Bring
You know
on
what?
some
I will
chairs.
Bring it
stand
in.
up and let somebody else
Bring-
in.
for a
Get a
second.
chair there. Get a chair and bring it on there.
Maybe we
Next to
can.
the mushroom man.
Am I in the shot? Sorry.
Yes,
Very
you
much so in the
should, you
shot.
should take this chair if you're gonna do a trick.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
that's the thing to do. When anybody gets up, sit down.
So when are we gonna be on your show?
How about, ooh,
How about right now? How about
well, you know, that's, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna have, Appalachian Ghost Tours,
Yeah.
but he canceled.
Oh.
He was sick today,
That's too
and
bad.
I'm hoping
A
that
ghost
my other,
Thought
guest
maybe
comes.
Can't stay too long.
Thought maybe a ghost.
We need to have some
I thought maybe a ghost got it.
A spell.
I already
what they
had
call it.
breakfast.
He's had
or
it,
supper.
right? You remember
Well, I
that?
don't know about you.
He had a spell.
Huh?
A spell. You remember that? They used to say if you
I
got
had enough
sick.
time
They
to
said that
quick
to him when you were.
I got enough
That's
time.
what he had. He had a
He
spell.
had a spell.
Somebody put a spell on him.
Do you want one?
What do you want, like a
Ate too
donut?
many donuts.
Oh,
No, this is alright. Sure.
Very tempting
Toxic
up
waste in
there.
China.
Well, I'll take one. I'm not shy.
Right.
I already had supper.
Are we waiting on Moha? Am I?
Oh.
My back is in the shot. I apologize.
The,
So yeah, we're gonna be talking about ghosts and
I left, but then I saw donuts on the screen.
some people may need,
I'm sorry, my back is gonna have to be.
some people may need teacups.
yes.
Yeah, where
How about napkins? That'd be really good.
Is that a used teacup?
No, that's clean.
No, I
I got
do some
some
stuff with
wearing
ghosts.
one.
I do some psychic stuff and tarot readings and
I got one,
seances.
actually.
Oh, I'm not in the shot. That's good.
So it'll be good.
yeah.
What are the choices?
Let's read the tarot. Can
What?
we do that here?
Oh yeah. Let's
Who
do
has a clean teacup?
He has a clean tea.
Yeah.
Okay, ask
Go
the
on.
Ms.
Yeah,
want some
let's
tea
do
in
it.
it.
Yeah, let's do
This
tarot.
may be like one of those
Okay.
Abbott Costello
This
movies.
one-
Who needs a clean teacup? Who has a dirty teacup
No.
that's not
He's
theirs?
good. He's fine.
got a
He's
I think we're all good except for
He's
the glow
good.
lady.
He has
But I need to know.
Good, I think we're all good. I thought.
No, but I'm about to pour. But I was gonna
That's,
give him like a
Kevin
choice
Foley's
of which was.
foliage.
And I don't know what they are.
What style do you prefer, tarot card wise?
I'll give you this.
The one I
later.
normally use for myself it's called the Golden Dawn Tarot.
Okay.
It's a very limited edition. It's printed out of someplace in Washington.
Yeah, sure.
Wait,
I also
wait.
use the
Memoirs of a
the
Geisha.
Golden Tarot by Cat Black.
Okay.
It's a beautiful deck.
The
Do we have sugar?
tea party.
People may want sugar.
Did you want some?
I'm good. I'm
Are
good
you
right
sure?
now. I'm just going to steep a bit more from you. I actually saw a Cthulhu deck by Donald Tyson. It's a good.
Tyson's a great guy. he's a wonderful man.
He is, but it's a Cthulhu deck. I have to get a Cthulhu.
Oh, of
deck.
course, of course. There's a shirt that I'm dying to get.
CTHULE?
Yes,
Yes,
that's the guy.
yeah.
What does that mean?
Based on the writings of H.P. Lovecraft.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
A made-up ancient god of very, very
Oh
nasty
yeah, I
temperament.
love
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff. Did you see the one where the sea creatures?
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
we're gonna do
Dagon.
a tarot card.
Great movie.
Dagon, yeah.
Dagon, right?
I hated that movie.
Oh, it was an awful movie, but the story that it was based on is
Well,
great.
yes, but God,
You're talking about the fairly recent one?
Oh, I
Yeah.
loved it. I thought that was
Which
one
one
of the
was it?
best
Oh, it's
movies I've ever
it's
seen.
really
That's
entertaining. That's what I love about it. Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
versions of a Lovecraft.
it is. It is.
movie.
That's a great tragedy.
Which one?
She
Dagon.
comes and
Oh,
goes.
I mean, aside from Reanimator, I can't think of another remotely
yeah.
good one.
There's a wonderful shirt that I saw not too long ago. I thought was very appropriate for this year. Had a big picture of Cthulhu on it, and then down at the bottom it said, "Why vote
For the lesser of two evils. Yeah. The Cthulhu for President campaign has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
One day.
Oh, wonderful.
And the stars
Thank
are
you
right.
so much.
Bring. Do you want a chair?
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, Chick Cicero. I like Chick.
minutes anyway, so it's always gonna be all the
Okay.
Chick's a wonderful guy.
It's just a pit
Joe,
stop.
Chick and Tabitha are both great. Have you met them?
Joe,
Chick and
I
Tabitha
don't know.
Cicero? The people
You
who
lost
design
one.
this deck?
Oh,
They're
I love
wonderful.
that deck.
Done that.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
a-
that
he's
was
a great
empty.
guy.
spaceship, and this is the crew.
You're all going to crash into Siberia.
Sometimes I feel
Is
that
that
way.
just
The
me?
blue one.
But we've
It's
lost
an
one,
easy
we've lost
steeper.
the crew.
I hate to imagine 18 months out into deep space, the sort of space madness that would kick in with this crew.
Can you imagine? It's like, where are we?
That would be interesting.
Who would be the navigator, though? I mean, who would have? You'd be the navigator.
Of course.
Volunteer, all right.
The one thing that we're all going to
All right, let's all have a,
Is it
shall we have a
alright?
I'll
moment
make
of
the
silence.
tea.
Is it alright if anybody touches these?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
chance. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I usually have
Okay.
my customers
Okay.
shuffle them and then
Okay.
think of the question as they shuffle.
Well, we're gonna do it a little bit different. We're gonna do this more of a party reading kind of
Cool.
style.
Cool. I
Um,
like parties.
Since we got tons of people here, we'll try to get everybody involved a little bit. What I'd like everybody to do is just pull out one card. Just kind of feel along, and at some point, one card is going to kind of feel like you need to take that one, and that's the card I want you to take.
John, you want me to grab you one or
Yeah,
which one?
the right one, if you would.
Which one? The one that's coming out?
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's be mine. Thank you.
Nice.
Ah! Put it back. Put it back. Boom.
Yeah, one of the more cinematic cards.
Okay, let's put my glasses on. It's such a demon.
Oh.
Okay. And one thing that a lot of people forget that I like to always point out,
All right.
especially to my clients with this.
Get what?
A card.
Are you joining
And
us?
Adam, is Adam going to have a card?
Okay.
And yeah.
I'll be a card voyeur.
You don't want to join us in meddling in the dark arts?
No.
Did you get one?
Yeah, come. Yeah, Joe just likes to
And-
watch.
Not good.
No, that's better than mine.
What I was getting ready to say though is that one thing a lot of people forget is there are no bad cards. There are no bad cards in the tarot. A lot of people, they
didn't
see
see
the
this
devil
one.
card or they see death card and they get all
That's right.
scared, and there are no bad cards at all. So let's start with you. Which
Very
card did you
profound.
select? You've got the Ten of Cups. Oh, that's wonderful.
There are good ones, but there are bad.
Some are better than others.
Yes, some are definitely better than others. This one, as it says here on the deck, perfected success. Okay, 10 is completion, and I mean all of this is based on Kabbalah and the Tree of Life, and 10 is the bottom Sephira. That's the Sephira of manifestation, and cups are oftentimes associated with emotion. They're associated with water, and the way you process things emotionally, and so this is the bringing that emotional state into manifestation. when I'm looking at this, I'm also getting the impression that that this is actually relating to someone else. I'm getting the impression that it's not just you that is involved with this bringing of this emotional state into completion. I'm trying to. The person the image that I'm getting in my head is actually rather androgynous. It's hard to differentiate, but I'm getting somebody that's probably about 5'8", 5'9", so not real tall, but not real short either. I'm seeing lighter hair, considerably lighter hair than yours. Does that make sense?
Yeah, my husband.
Okay, wonderful. So has there been stuff going on right now between you and her husband? Has there been some quarreling a little bit going on lately?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's going to come to a stop soon.
Of course.
Next subject here.
I have a feeling it's going to be coming to an end soon, and you're going to be coming to a place where both of you are going to be very happy with where you've ended up.
Oh yeah.
It's because this is definitely a card of, like it says success, and so it's a card of, in this case, mutual success, and so both there's going to be a little bit of compromise, but it's going to be a compromise that you're both very happy with.
Great. Well, thank you.
I need to point out that cups are also related to tea.
Tea, yeah, and tea is for drinking.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Tea is working. That's good.
That's good tea too.
I gotta go in a few minutes. So maybe
Okay, let's get you. Let's get you in.
Yeah, go that way.
What do we have here?
It's
Oh, the
Casey
Six of
Waters.
Wands.
6 of Wands.
Yes, Six of Wands is also another wonderful card. 6 is related to the heart. It's related to beauty and imagination.
Okay.
Wands are active. It's related to fire. It's related to actually going out into the world and doing something. So what this is telling me with you is that there's more than likely some sort of project that you're working on, an artistic project that you're actually getting ready to carry out into fruition here in the relatively near future. More than likely, the impression that I'm getting is it's more on the art side than the music side. Are you an artist?
Yeah, well, what it is I'm not an artist or a musician, but my partner's an artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we collaborate
Wonderful.
On the show.
Okay. And I get a feeling that that's going to be, I mean, because of the victorious nature of it, it's going to be coming to fruition here relatively quickly. And it's going to come to fruition in a very, very positive way. It's going to be beneficial to both of you.
Oh, right. That's what I was hoping for.
Good.
All right.
All right. Great.
Hey, your problem's over.
All right.
All right, now where's Matt?
Should we turn over Matt's card?
No, until Matt.
No,
we'll
wait
wait till-
till-
we'll wait
Make
till
Matt
you
get
get
in. Where's Matt?
We'll go with you. What do you got?
You like to look him in his eyes and tell him you're going to
Oh,
die.
the Eight of
within the
Pentacles.
next week.
8 of Pentacles. Oh, well.
You tend to be much more intellectually based. You tend to really think about things before you do them. I'm getting the impression that is there something right now that you're actually analyzing, that you're working on trying to understand why things are the way they are? I keep getting numbers in my mind. The number, actually 6 and 7 are coming up repeatedly, and I don't know why, but I have a feeling that whatever it is that you're working on analyzing right now, and take analysis to be kind of a broad term in this case, you're holding back on it, and you need to be more creative with how you're looking at the situation. The more creative you are, the more likely you are to bring this into a state that you're going to be happy with. If you keep holding back the way you are, you'll still be able to do the things that you want, but it's not going to happen the way you want them to happen. It feels like this is. It feels like there's a very monetary aspect to this. So the analysis. I don't know if the analysis is dealing with the money, or what you're analyzing is going to be either bringing in money or costing you money or whatever. But like I said, the more creative you are with it, the more beneficial it's going to be for you. Does that make any sense?
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat. Okay. Wonderful.
You know, I was listening to you out
Being as
there.
creative as
Mhm.
I can.
And it's interesting because I do tarot also. But the interesting thing is, I've got like 3 different books just to see.
Mhm.
And within the community, those who divine through cards, I noticed one thing.
Hmm.
Everybody's different.
Yes.
An example, you said 10 as a number of completion.
Mhm.
Going back to the Jewish numbers,
Mhm.
7 is completion, and 14 is double completion.
Mhm.
So I was wondering, from where do you get your numbers at?
That'd be Kabbalah.
Yeah, I get most of my information through the understanding of Kabbalah,
Uh-huh.
and not through the. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but not the Britney Spears, Madonna kind of Kabbalah stuff like that.
No
Uh,
red
Are
strings
they a
involved.
Kabbalah?
They pretend they are.
A lot of people pretend to be a lot of
Exactly. But I mean, the group that they were working with for a while, and I don't know if they're still with them or not. I don't know what all they're doing, but they were trying to say that Kabbalah is a religion, and it's not. It's a means of understanding various religions.
And it's a like we were doing with numbers. It's a form of language.
Exactly. Exactly.
An example, one thing that I like about the Old Testament, the way the Jews after Moses communicated was very simple.
Oh yeah.
Instead of taking,
Right.
what is it,
I
the
remember
tarot deck,
that one.
76 parts of it,
Well, in a deck there's 78.
78.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have a good afternoon.
What their
I'm gonna consider again.
was what was called the Urim and Thummim. And he would flat out just ask, it's
Do you
really,
have- do you have
it's really
Judson
statement,
with
the question is just as important, or more
Exactly.
important than
Arians
the
is
answer.
gonna come back. I'll give
Just
it about
what the Urim and
6:15.
Thummim did
But I was
was,
gonna say you
you
can
ever
report
flip a
him to the
coin?
Tea Party.
It's basically the concept that they would use the two stones.
All right.
Odds
All
and
right,
ends.
see you later.
Odds
See ya.
is saying
Yeah.
no.
Good seeing you
Evens
again.
is
Yeah,
saying
you too.
yes.
All
When's your
right.
The
show
thing I
on?
like about
What?
the Urim and
When's your show
Thummim,
on?
and I
It's
use
on
my
9
guys
o'clock on Sunday
here,
night.
is
I
that
went to the
it
intention
gives
experiment for the next show
the one you
coming up.
communicate
What is
with
it called?
the right to say,
The intention
Give
experiment
God
by
the right to be
Lynn
God.
Taggart.
Yes.
one
It's
of the
a
things I
book
do is
that
my
deals
test
with
when I
us
do my cards.
being made up
Is I
of
will ask
light
first,
and light
Lord,
being within us
Will you
and
show
quantum
me through the cards what you
mechanics.
want me to hear?
I'm
That
actually
way,
going
if
to
he
do it in
says
2
no,
parts.
or if
I'm going to do another
and I
part
try to
after the
seek
first part,
knowledge,
but part
well,
one
I'm
is the
eating
next
of
new
true
show, which
knowledge
will be
and
this
giving
Sunday or
without
the Sunday
permission.
Is it
Exactly.
you talking?
Should be this
And
Sunday.
two, I
It's
don't
you
know,
talking,
what's your
or is it
baby
like
talking to me?
Yeah, it's me
Once you're in
talking,
rebellion,
and what it is, the
opens
first
door
part of
for
the
dark
show, I
spirits
just
as well
describe
as,
quantum
light
mechanics in
spirits
general,
come
and then
along.
the second part of the show,
Don't be looking at
actually
Matt's
read
card.
from the book.
Oh, we
And
saw
read
that.
different passages
Oh,
that I
naughty.
think are interesting.
Huh?
It's called
And then the second part of the
3 of
show, I
Swords.
mean, the next part, I'll just read more from the book. I couldn't finish it.
See,
On the
that's
first
one of those
part,
cards
so
that
that's
people
why I
get
have to do
nervous
it 2
about.
parts.
Well, when you link
Especially
with
because
Zorro.
yeah,
What are you gonna
especially that
do?
Zorro there at the bottom.
Yeah, see there.
The thing I like about cards like that
in the future, hey, have a
is
good night.
you're
Yeah,
getting
you
the
too.
information now, as opposed to when it's too late.
Oh.
Okay.
And so,
Do you want to move
so
the
it
camera?
seems like
Oh, good, I can swim.
Yes,
like
would
a
you like to
dog.
move the camera?
with this, there's also an intellectual basis to this. I mean, obviously coming from the swords, it's going to be very airy,
Right.
so it's going to be related to the intellectual body. But at the same time,
Not that one.
Which one?
no. But at the same time, I'm also through the number 3. I'm also feeling a very watery presence. I'm also feeling like you're trying to use your intellectual side to understand an emotional problem that's going on right now, and that's what's bringing you the sorrow that you're experiencing. And instead of doing that, instead of going through one side of your
Wrong
mind,
way.
I can't see.
I know, it's funny how it's backwards like that.
yeah,
you go.
there you go. Instead of using your intellectual side to understand your emotional side, the way you're going to be able to get out of that state is to simply use your emotional side. Understand emotion through emotion, instead of trying to understand emotion with the intellect. Because a lot of people have a hard time combining the two. In fact, it's very, very rare that somebody can combine the two effectively. Because that's not what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to balance each other out. But if there's an
more
emotion...
intuitive.
Yeah.
You're saying be more intuitive.
Exactly. Because 3 is, in looking at things through Kabbalah, 3 is related to the Sephira Binah, which is the heart of intuition. That is where we can truly be completely and totally receptive to the divine.
Do you want to be on camera?
And that's what you need to do in this situation. You need to open yourself up, which is something that I know you're very good at, and just be willing to do that. There, for some reason, in the situation, in the situation you're in, you're trying to close off. You're trying to put a mask up, and you can't do that. You got to take the mask away and be yourself. And if you do that, then it's not going to lead to the sorrow and heartache that you're going to feel otherwise.
Right, because it's like trying to be what other people want me to be. Forget it, I'm not.
Exactly.
I can't be. And that has brought a lot of sorrow, recent past, trying to be what I'm not.
Right. Yeah, you're trying to be what everybody else wants you to be.
Right.
And you can't do that.
No. I just gotta be me. I'm sorry if they don't like it, but I'd rather them be sorrowful instead of myself.
I like you are.
Yeah.
Well, love and light, screw up.
Yeah.
John, you next.
Oh, go fish.
What do you got, John?
Green hands.
Oh, wonderful. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands, again, wands are related to fire. The 4 of Wands. Okay.
Wands.
They're related to fire. They're related to an activity, things that you're actively going out and trying to do. 4 is another card that's related to manifestation. 4 leads to manifestation. It's through the number 4 that something can become manifest, which means in my mind there's a project. More than likely, there's a project that you're working on or you're thinking about working on that you don't really know how to bring into fruition, or you're thinking too much about how to bring it into fruition. And this is saying that you already know how to do it. You already know what you need to do in order to do the things that you want. You just have to let yourself realize that you know how to do it already. Does that make any sense?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Use the death ray. Be the death ray.
There you go. Yeah. And I mean, because it's related to fire, in my mind it's implying that there needs to be a more active role in whatever it is that you're trying to do. You need to actually go out and just do it instead of thinking about doing it, as opposed to procrastinating.
I already know that.
Yeah.
He's confirming.
Yeah.
Don't deny.
And sometimes it's a good idea to hear it even when you know it.
All right.
Okay, what do you got?
Can say go fish.
Ooh, the Hanged Man.
Oh, he's fine.
I mean, that's you say no more.
No, the classic cards. Hangman's nowhere. That's
but
nothing.
look how he's
No, the
happy.
Hangman
Yeah.
actually.
It's a great card.
What does
It
that
is.
supposed to be? Okay, tell me what.
It's a card of sacrifice, okay?
Oh no.
Which is a good thing, because it's sacrifice
That's
for the
good.
purpose of growing.
And
Okay.
sometimes it's
So-
sacrificing, looking at things
I've
the
tried
way you
that.
want
It
to
doesn't
now.
work. It does not
What they
work.
are.
The hangman, when I do it, it's like our own self-crucifixion. We crucify ourselves.
Yeah.
He's hanging
Amen.
by his feet.
Yeah.
So you can get yourself down, but you choose to continue.
You choose to stay there. It's actually
That's a very conservative philosophy. That you are what you are because it's your fault.
No.
no. It's a true philosophy.
The liberals would say. That you're there because of your background.
You're a product
Yeah.
of your
I'm a
environment.
product
Of your environment.
Yeah.
My favorite.
But you
You can change it.
Yeah, and what
Thoughts
I
can
always see
change
from the
things.
hangman
Okay.
is the fact that, like she said, he's upside down. Which, from my studies, always when you take yourself and you put yourself opposite of what you are, you see a totally different view.
Yeah.
My,
And sometimes that's what it takes. It's like get out of the box and you can see where you are in the box.
my favorite myth
Yeah.
of that is Odin and the runes.
Yes.
Spearing himself to the tree for 9 days so he could learn the runes. With sacrifice comes knowledge,
Yeah.
power.
Spearing himself to the tree.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
magical-
Odin
I've always
basically
wanted to do
crucified
that.
himself.
Well, the proverb says, with great wisdom
And
comes
that's what a
great
lot of
sorrow.
us
Look at
know.
the book-
Yeah.
Look at the book of
The
Lamentations.
Proverbs, Proverbs are great. I've been reading a lot of Proverbs.
We'll get you a
And look
spear,
at the book of
don't worry.
Lamentations.
Yeah, ever after that, whenever people said, "Well, you don't really know the runes," and he would say, "I spared myself to the tree for 90 days."
What do you mean?
And everybody's like, "Whoa!"
Well, yeah.
Excuse me.
think it's safe to say, regardless
Yeah,
of
that's
your
it.
beliefs in deep spiritual matters,